Have you ever stopped and wondered what's really going on inside your head? You know, when you make a split-second decision or get a powerful gut feeling. It turns out there's this constant drama unfolding in your mind, a story with two very different characters. Today, we're going to crack open Daniel Kahneman's revolutionary book to meet these two systems that are, right now, shaping how you think.
All right, to kick things off, just take a look at this image. No need to analyze it too much, just let your eyes take it in. See the three figures there in that corridor?
Okay, simple question. Which one of those three figures looks like the biggest one? Don't think about it, just go with your immediate gut reaction. The answer probably seems completely, almost ridiculously obvious, right? And you might want to brace yourself. They're all the exact same size. Seriously, if you were to measure them, they are identical. What you just experienced is a powerful visual illusion, and it's the perfect setup for what we're talking about today. It shows that your intuition can be amazingly fast, but it can also be powerfully, confidently wrong. So what in the world just happened there? Well, your brain played a little trick on you. It took a shortcut. But this wasn't just some random glitch. Nope, it's actually a massive clue that reveals this fundamental drama playing out inside our minds all day, every day. To really get a handle on this, Kahneman asks us to imagine our mind as having two main characters. Think of them as two distinct personalities that are always interacting, always talking to each other. So, let's meet them. First up, we've got the star of the show. This is the one who does almost all of the work, all the time. This is System 1. And you can just think of it as your mind's built-in, effortless autopilot. System 1 is the part of your mind that just works. You don't choose to turn it on. It's the part that instantly knows 2 plus 2 is 4. It's how you can detect a hint of anger in someone's voice, or how you can drive a car on an empty road without really thinking about every single action. It is fast, it's automatic, and it is always on, making thousands of judgments for you so you don't have to. So what is this autopilot's personality like? Well, it's very instinctive and emotional. It's basically a machine designed for jumping to conclusions. It's the source of all those gut feelings that guide so much of what we do. And crucially, it makes sense of everything by creating simple, easy-to-understand stories, whether those stories are actually true or not. But of course, System 1 isn't working alone. It has a partner. So now let's meet System 2. If System 1 is the impulsive hero of our story, then System 2 is the slow, thoughtful, and, well, frankly, incredibly lazy detective. System 2 is the part of you that you think of as you. It's your conscious self, the voice in your head that reasons and makes deliberate choices. It's the system you have to fire up to solve a tricky math problem, or to scan a crowd looking for a friend, or to fill out a complicated form. It takes real focus. And as we all know, that takes effort. Now, don't get me wrong, System 2 is powerful. It's logical, it can work through incredibly complex problems step by step. But, and this is a huge but, its biggest weakness is that it's just lazy. It takes energy to use System 2, and it gets tired out pretty easily. And because of that, a lot of the time, it just accepts the quick and easy suggestions that System 1 feeds it without ever bothering to double-check the work. So let's just put them side by side for a second. The difference is pretty stark, right? You've got System 1, fast, automatic, intuitive, unconscious. It's the hero of the story. Then you have System 2, slow, effortful, deliberate, conscious. It's the sidekick who's supposed to be keeping an eye on things, but often isn't. This quote from the book just nails their relationship perfectly. Our automatic mind, System 1, whips up a simple, plausible story to explain what's going on. And our lazy, effort-hating mind, System 2, just kind of shrugs and says, yeah, that sounds about right, without a second thought. So this is the big conflict of the story. What happens when this odd couple is running the show? Well, their interaction leads our brains to take these very predictable shortcuts. And these shortcuts, while useful, can also lead to some major mistakes in how we judge things. One of the key ideas here is something called cognitive ease. To put it simply, your System 1 loves anything that's easy to process. If an idea is presented clearly, or if you've heard it a bunch of times before, or even if you just happen to be in a good mood, it all creates this feeling of ease. And here's the scary part. Your brain often mistakes that feeling of ease for a feeling of truth. This desire for what's easy leads to all sorts of mental shortcuts, what psychologists call heuristics. They're basically just rules of thumb that System 1 uses to make snap judgments. And just like with that illusion of the three figures, they are incredibly fast, but they are definitely not always accurate. Let's look at a powerful example of this called framing. Imagine I give you 50 pounds. Now, you have a choice to make. In one scenario, the safe bet is framed as keep 20 pounds. In another, it's framed as lose 30 pounds. Now, here's the kicker. The outcome is exactly the same. In both cases, you walk away with 20 pounds. But those words, keep versus lose, trigger totally different emotional reactions in your System 1. Keep feels good. Lose feels awful. Your emotional System 1 reacts instantly, and that lazy System 2 doesn't bother to step in and point out that the math is identical. The frame, not the reality, ends up driving your choice. So this all brings us to the ultimate question, right? Who is really in charge here? And what's the moral of this whole story playing out inside our own heads? Now, it might be tempting to see System 1 as the bad guy in all this, but that would be a huge mistake. You literally could not survive without it. This fast, intuitive system is what lets you slam on the brakes to avoid an accident, or understand what I'm saying right now without any effort. It is absolutely essential. The real trick, the skill we can all learn, is to get better at recognizing the kinds of situations where our intuition is likely to lead us astray. It's about learning when to just pause, take a breath, and deliberately wake up that lazy detective, System 2, to come and take a closer look at the case. So how do we actually do that? Well, it's not about constantly second-guessing yourself. It's about being strategic. Here's a simple 3-step guide. First, just recognize the red flags. When the stakes are high, when you're tired, or when a problem is presented in a really emotional way. Second, slow down. Just force yourself to pause and resist that immediate urge to make a snap judgment. And third, question. Actively engage System 2. Ask yourself, okay, what might I be missing here? Is there another way to think about this problem? And I'll leave you with one final thought. As you've been watching this, effortlessly taking in all these ideas, you've mostly been using your fast, intuitive System 1. But right now, as you think about this last question, you have a choice. You can let your slow, deliberate System 2 step in and really reflect on how these two characters are shaping your life every single day.